No JT or no sight of him?
Yeah, this is just part of his rehab process. If you guys don't see him out here, it's part of his rehab.
Is he rehabbing here on site or somewhere else?
Yeah, like I'll refrain from getting into that.
Do you expect him back tomorrow? Or?
Yeah, if you don't see him back here out on the field, it's because he's rehabbing.
Shane, what is his health status? I mean, because we've heard different things.
Yeah, he's got an ankle, and he's rehabbing his ankle. And like I said, once the medical staff clears him and he's 100%, he'll be out on practice.
Has there been much progress, do you feel?
Yeah, I think he's in a good spot, and we're going from there.
Do you think he'll practice during camp?
I'd like to see that. We'll see how it all plays out, though. Again, once he's cleared, he'll be out.
Shane, I don't know how much you want to get into it. Not much, apparently. But is this the original injury, the original surgery, or did you do something else?
Yeah, he's got the ankle.
Shane, any plan yet for Saturday in terms of how much you'll play?
We're going to talk through that tomorrow. Tomorrow's Players' Day off, so we're going to talk through that, and then into Thursday.
Do you want to play the starters?
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at that. We're looking at that for sure. That's
Starters,
definitely a possibility.
meaning Rick Anthony. He needs to play.
Yeah, all those guys are going to play. Yeah, we got to get him out there and play.
You know what?
You went with the situation at the end of the 4-minute thing. Not exactly what you wanted to see, the end results.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was 2:40 left. You know, we had 2 timeouts. We were on defense. The defense had to get a stop. Offense had to get 1 first down. You know, we went 3 groups. Defense, got the stop on the first 2, and then offense, converted on the last one. But got to finish the game there offensively. But good job on the defense.
Do you know what Rodney Thomas is dealing with?
Yeah, he has a toe. Yeah.
Shane, most new coaches go with assistant coaches who they've got experience with. What did you see in Tony Sperano Jr. that impressed you? Because you don't go back with him, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. No, I interviewed a good handful of guys, and the detail that he talked about in that interview, his passion for the game, and his knowledge for the game was off the charts. And it was a long, grueling interview with him. Shoot, it was about 6-7 hours. And within about 2.5 hours into it, I kind of looked back at Jim Bob and was like, "This is the dude." Just the way he talked, the way he saw the run game, the way he saw the protections, just the way how clean and concise and how quick of a thinker he was very impressive. And he's been tremendous so far for us.
I know you don't get into schematics, but how different will it be for the offensive line when you've got a quarterback who can run and you do more RPOs?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely opens up your offense, right? I mean, you got a guy that can do a whole bunch of different things. It puts a lot of stress on the defense. We're always looking at different ways to do different things offensively. Whatever we can, we feel we can put our guys in the best position to make plays. That's what we're going to try and do.
Shane, will Shaq play in the preseason?
We're still working through that. That one, we'll see.
Shane, Anthony's his experience has been, or lack of experience has been talked about a lot, but when a guy maybe doesn't have the same level of experience as some of these other highly drafted quarterbacks, and you get him in this kind of environment, how does the progression or how does the development tend to come? I mean, is it different? Do you see him learn?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, first of all, you obviously learning the system is a big part of it, and getting comfortable with the guys. I mean, you guys have heard me say this before, but just the repetitions and doing the same things over and over again and getting different looks. We might run the same concept, but we get a different look from the defense. Well, now our eyes got to become quicker to the next read. It's been good for him to get all these reps. And then obviously in the preseason, he's going to see a different scheme, and then next week in Chicago, we'll see a little different thing. So it'll be good for him to see all the different looks and just keep growing and staying consistent and staying within the system and playing good ball.
So I guess what I'm trying to say is your approach in coaching a player like that any different when they're experienced level?
Yeah, I think with the quarterback, just my philosophy on the quarterback is I don't like to if they screw up, I'm not jumping like those guys like crazy. I mean, they got so much. It's the hardest position in sports to play. It's a day-by-day process. Those guys are going to make mistakes just like everyone else is. But I think the growth from understanding the game and what we're trying to get done and coach them in the right way, talk to them in the right way, because all guys, you can't coach every guy the same. You know what I mean? So that's a big process of it, and we work through that every day on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, going through cut-ups, different looks to get them in the right direction.
What is
you guys
last one here?
Staff, how do you evaluate practice compared to a joint practice compared to a preseason game?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. I think you take everything into account. The joint practices are really good, because that's a bulk of, when you have those double joint practices, it's sometimes you don't play the starters as much, in those preseason games you get a double joint, but you treat the joint practices like a game, you know what I mean? You get all these different looks from different teams, And then the preseason, same thing. It's just another, way for us to get eyes on these guys and get them in game action because it's different. I mean, on the practice field, you got fans in the crowd, and we go from there. But pretty similar in that regard. But they all got their place.